Hi, I'm here for another Feldenkrais video to help you feel great in your shoulders and neck. If you're comfortable, sit on the floor in a way where you have one leg in front and the other behind. We can call this side sitting. You could also sit in a chair, and if you do, you have one leg standing and the other tucked a little bit behind. From this position, if you're on the floor, place a hand on the ground and take your other arm, the one that is next to the leg that's bent behind, so the foot is near the pelvis, over the head to touch the opposite ear. From here, begin to make a movement of taking the elbow down towards the pelvis and back. And do that a couple of times, just going slow, keeping your face oriented toward me if you're looking at me. Also, you can close your eyes and see how this feels. But stay face straight ahead and just notice what happens in your ribs, in your chest, in your neck. And then pause that for a moment. And now take the other hand over top and let's try going to the other side. You can place the other hand anywhere that's comfortable. Now go ahead and bend to the side where the leg is bent in front. And you're just side bending, so it's a direct bend to your side, almost like you're making an arc straight down to your pelvis and back. And feel what happens in your ribs and in your pelvis. Do you shift to one side or another in your pelvis, or does something happen in your ribs? Great, go ahead and pause that and just rest for a moment. And as you rest, notice your chest, shoulders and neck, as well as your back. And you can rest in any position that feels comfortable to you. See how your breathing is. And when you feel ready, let's try this to the other side. Now you're crossing the opposite leg in front. If this side is not comfortable, you can stick with your first side. You're going to take the hand over the top of the head. Let's start with the side where the leg is bent behind. And you can have this arm here for support if you like by the leg that's bent in front. And we'll just side bend. And feel how one side of your ribs is like an accordion. It gets smaller, shorter between the shoulder and the pelvis. So notice what's happening on my other side or your other side. There's length, almost like an accordion. So we're taking our ribs and we're bending them, and they're getting compressed on one side while they're lengthening on the other. Great, pause for a moment. And when you feel ready, take the other arm over top. Again, this hand can go anywhere. And you have your hand by your ear and your face is forward, and you just bend to your side. And notice where the weight goes. Notice that on one side, the ribs may not accordion as much. Great, pause that and take a break. And take a moment as you rest in seated, standing, or lying down to feel your chest, back, and shoulders. As we reorganize the body for optimal functioning, notice what you notice. Are your shoulders more on your back? How is your breathing? Let's go to the other side. You can go back to the same side if you like. We're going to switch back and forth, so maybe go back and forth. Let's see. So we're going to start with one hand over top of the head. Let's start with the hand that is furthest from the leg that's bent behind. Then we're going to take the other arm straight up. So I have one arm straight up and the other one is bent over my head. And I'm going to still do side bending. And as I do, I'm going to reach up just a little bit and then come back and let everything settle back in my shoulder with this arm that's reached. My elbow is straight, but not really straight. It's just straight enough. So we're going to bend to the side, lift that arm up, and come back. And let's do this one more time. Lift the arm to bend the head. Can you try that once? As you lift the arm, can you feel that side get long, which helps the other side to get shorter? Maybe you can go further, but don't go past your limit. Okay, pause for just a moment and feel the difference on each side of your ribs. Let's try the other hand. So now we're going to go in the opposite direction. So we're going to side bend, and we're going to have the opposite arm up. So we have one arm over the head, the other one is up. You start to bend to the side, reach up with that opposite arm. Could you look up at that opposite hand? Maybe do that once or twice. Notice what happens in your ribs when you look up toward the hand. And then try once just facing forward and reaching with the arm. And feel where you bend and where you get long. Great. Pause in a seated position or in any position you like, feeling your shoulders, chest, back, your neck, and your breathing. And anything else you notice. And then we'll go to the other side. And as we go to the other side, we'll take the arm that's furthest from the leg in front over top of the head. The other arm comes straight up, and we're going to reach as we bend. Try it a couple of times, doing them together. And then once try bending first and then reaching, and see how that is. And then try reaching and then bending. And notice what the difference is. Bending and then reaching, or reaching and then bending. And then see what works. Do they go together a little bit easier? Pause when you're ready. Take a moment to notice your breathing. And were you just breathing? Sometimes when we learn something new, we forget to breathe. So notice your breath. And take the other arm over top of the head and the other arm up. So now we're doing the opposite side. And again, just first start with the arm reaches as the head tilts. And then try tilting first and then reaching. Try once reaching first to tilt. That arm stays straight, like an axis for that side of your body. And the other side bends. And as soon as you get tired, you pause and rest. It's always a great idea to rest in seated, lying down, or standing. To take a moment and notice the differences that you feel. Feel the difference in your shoulders, your chest, your back. And now go ahead and come back to side sitting. You might come to either side. And as you do, go ahead and take the hand that is furthest from the leg bent behind over top of the head. From here, we're going to go in both directions. So we'll bend the elbow to arc in one way, and then we'll go in the other way. And the head stays facing forward as you go back and forth. Now, one thing I want you to think about, if your eyes stay directly forward, you can imagine how a tiger goes 7 days hunting, moving like this, but the eyes stay focused on the prey for 7 days. So there's all this movement around this direct focus. So feel the movement around your direct eyesight forward. Pause for a moment. See how you feel. Other side. Going in both directions. Again, noticing the eyes, the chest. Feeling how one shoulder goes up, the other one goes down, and then they alternate. And then pause for just a moment in any position that's comfortable before we go to the other side. Feeling yourself, your breathing, and anything that's left from the movement that you feel. Maybe more supportive shoulders. Maybe your breathing is wider, or your chest feels wider. We're going to go to our other side now. Once you arrive, take the arm that is furthest from the leg bent in front, and we'll go ahead and just start to bend in both directions. So now we're doing our other side with our leg bending. And again, this image of this tiger that's hunting, the eyes stay focused, but the chest is moving. Can you imagine that? The head moves, everything moves, but the eyes are focused right in front. Feel that movement in the ribs. All of that movement you have, your availability. Pause for a moment before we do the other side. In my method, we often call the ribs a rib basket to help to understand that it is the flexible thing that we have. It is not so rigid. It's not a cage. It bends. It moves like a weaved basket. Take the other hand over top of the head and go to both sides. And notice the movement in your chest, the movement over your pelvis. How are you breathing? Pause that and come to either lie down or come all the way up to seated or standing. And just take a moment to feel your shoulders, your chest, your back. And notice if there isn't more of you that's available for you to perceive, to experience your whole body. I hope this improves something amazing for you and that you take this into your day with great ease and care. Many blessings. Please subscribe. Thank you so much.